Hello, Tarot Tube. Look, it's my face again. I am going to take off my glasses because I see that there's a lot of reflection. So if I do something that seems a little clumsy, it's because everything's a little bit fuzzy right now. Put them down over here. So I called this shopping from my shelves because I'm taking a concept that I was familiar with already related to my wardrobe, and I'm applying it to decks. So the original concept with the wardrobe, and I did not invent this by a long stretch, is that you want to create a wardrobe that works so that you can open up your closet or your chest of drawers, whatever, and you've got something in there that you can put together for any number of occasions or things that you do in your life. And that prevents you from making impulse buys that you might regret later, or maybe, getting into a jam where it's like, I actually need a new dress to go to this wedding this weekend. I've waited till the last minute and now I can't really shop. I have to just go get something. And then you end up with something maybe great, but probably just a last minute solution. So how does that translate here? So for those of us who have more than just a handful of decks, we enjoy them. We call them by different names. I'm going to call them my pile o' decks to be silly right now. But sometimes when I'm watching Tarot Tube or I'm sort of flipping through Kickstarter or one of the publication houses websites like Los Scarabeo, I start seeing things and I want them. And I know I don't actually need much more. I've got really, my wardrobe of decks is getting to really, I've got a lot of things filled, and that feels great. And it's lovely to know that I can just sort of look around my room here and put my hands on something that's probably going to work really well. So what am I talking about, and how did I end up with this new arrangement? So what happened was I was going to get rid of some decks that I'm not really sure that they were good choices. But then I realized I don't really know what I'm going to want next year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, I don't know. And for the time being anyway, I am really blessed. I have this little bedroom as an extra space, and I can have it all for myself. I talk about privilege. I'm really fortunate to do this. So I said, let me apply this wardrobe approach to my decks. So I installed a couple more shelves over here. I took things out of boxes where, I could see them, but they weren't really just out to just sort of scan across a shelf as you would if you were in a store, right? So can I make this space display my decks so that they're as accessible as they would be if I was shopping in a store? That was my goal. So like I said, I put in these shelves. Not everything fits there. I've got, now things will get a little wobbly, so if you get seasick with the moving camera, close your eyes for a second. So here we go. There's some more over here. All right, now I'm going to move again. And then I've got this this shelf here with some pegs, so things that are in bags are hanging from there. And then there's that window that I'm using, right? And then I have a few more things over here. All right, so now we're going to set the camera back down. Close your eyes if you don't want to get seasick. I'll let you know when it's safe. It's safe. You can look again. All right, so whoops, angle changed a little bit. All right, so now I've got my shelves. So here's how that fabulous strategy played out in my favor recently. So the Grandmother Oracle, which I will put a link below to the Kickstarter. So I'm seeing this on Kickstarter. Lisa Papez did a walkthrough that made it look fabulous because she's got a prototype deck. And I'm thinking, oh, I really want that, but I don't know, something about it didn't quite feel right, spending that money on another Kickstarter that I'm not going to see for half a year, right? So I thought, well, what do I have? Let me go to my shopping the shelves approach. And yes, I found something. So I thought about these 3 decks. Now, a number of people have done this thing where they got these 3 decks and they put them together and made one jumbo deck. And I am one of those people who did that. Again, I can't take credit for it. I don't know who thought of it first, but a lot of us have done it and made videos about it. So it's a huge deck, right? Like this. Can't really handle it. What I do with it is I put it in my bag, keep it in this bag. This is a Peggy bag. I guess I can link that Etsy shop too. So what I do is every once in a while take it out and take the deck and put it into piles and shuffle the piles and then reassemble it into a big deck like this, see? And then when I want a card, I just sort of reach in and pull it out. Bingo. So what I did was, when I saw the Grandmother Oracle, I saw that what were the elements that were appealing to me. One was that it combined these 3 categories into an Oracle deck. Perfect. So I already have an Oracle deck, a gigantic Oracle deck that has those 3 elements in it, or subjects, right? Then the other thing was, the artist for that is the same artist who did this, the Gentle Tarot, this one. Hopefully everything's focusing. I can't really tell because I don't have my glasses on. But it's the same artist. Not the same creator, a different creator, but the same artist. So you know that these decks are going to look beautiful when you put them together. Really gorgeous. So I took this and I took this, the other deck. And again, because I don't have my glasses, hopefully I'm not going to hold these cards up upside down. Okay, let's make sure I got this. Get my little fuzzy eyes here. So I took these and I just sort of looked through it real quick and I said, well, are these going to look okay together? There we go. Sorry, you're looking at the back of my hair. No telling what that looked like. So yes, that looks good, I decided. You know, I just sort of at random pulled a few, looked at them. So this is just like if I was in my closet and I said, oh, I want a dark outfit. Well, first maybe I'd pull out my black pants and then I'd see what tops I could wear with the black pants until I came up with a combination that I liked. And if I couldn't come up with a combination, then I'd look and see, well, what dark dress do I have? And I would just keep going until I had something. So here's how it translated into my deck collection. I was able to find an oracle that was going to fit that need, mostly. And now I'm going to do some readings with this between now and December and January, which is when the Grandmother's Oracle will come out. So that's a nice long cooling off period, which is key for FOMO. I need a cooling off period and not just, oh my God, I've got to have it. So that gives me a big window. Now the other piece that it didn't fit, that this crystallary, herbiary, bestiary does not do for me, is that the Grandmother's Oracle is supposed to really be tapping into grandmother energy. And I did not have, well, obviously I had grandmothers, or I wouldn't be here, but I did not know my grandmothers. They died young. One of my grandmothers met me as an infant, but I obviously have no recollection of that. But she never really knew me. And obviously no great-grandmothers, no aunts that felt like grandparents to me. So that's an energy that was absent from my lived experience in this lifetime. So having an oracle deck that theoretically is tapping into grandmother energy was very appealing to me. So that need, desire doesn't get met. But the other ones do, and it may be that if I'm working with this intentionally, I may be able to tap into some grandmother energy, even if that was not the initial intent of the creators of the creator, Maria Tall, I think I'm saying that right. You know, she didn't say anything about tapping into grandmother energy, but maybe she did, it's possible, because this is some real folk knowledge, especially the herbiary, right? This is not deep esoteric. Well, it's deep, but it's not that kind of academic esoteric thing. So it may fit into that grandmother energy for me. But this gives me the space to figure out if that works without running out and acquiring something new, which, let's face it, we don't always need to do that. And that's why we talk about FOMO so much in this community. And so we just thought that I would share this little technique that I have for dealing with my own FOMO that I call shopping from the shelves. And so it's a mindset, it's a skill, it's like a thing to do, but it's also has changed the way I want my space arranged, which is I didn't feel like I needed to have everything visually available to me. I felt like I had a firm enough hold on my collection. I've got a spreadsheet that I didn't really need that. And I found that having, just being able to look at my decks, look at these, has really been helpful in my own personal choices of what I'm going to read, both for myself and for other people. So that instead of saying, oh, I'm going to have this or that deck for a week or a month, which a lot of people do successfully, I tend to be just a little bit more like, what am I in the mood for today? Which goes against my Capricorn birth sign, sun sign. But I've got that. I do have a little whimsy in there, and I do sometimes just want to go for whatever is moving me. And I don't want to acquire things that I don't use. So that's it. That's what I have to say about FOMO today. And if I come up with any more good little tips, I'm going to throw them up here and use the hashtag FOMODecks. And this one is called Shopping from the Shelves. I hope it's a technique that is useful for you, or that you at least found in me kind of entertaining today. If you like the video, hit the ding, hit the bell, hit the subscribe. You know the whole drill. It helps me, helps my channel, and it helps you to get your algorithm set up so you get things that you would like coming up in your feed. Find something that makes you smile today. And if you can't find something outside of you that makes you smile, dig deep, find something inside and do a little jig. Take care. Bye-bye.